Good morning, SHC. Today is Tuesday, September 28th, and welcome back to SHC Live. I'm Eve O'Donnell.
And I'm Roisin Gaffney.
Filling in for Mia Franceschi, who is on assignment and will be back next week. Now for your announcements.
Attention Frosh. You have group counseling meetings this Thursday and Friday during Block 7 and 8. Look for an email from your counselor this week about the day and location of your meeting. You will meet during the same block, 7 or 8, that you met last time for group meetings in August.
In Bruce Mahoney news, volleyball is set to take place a week from today, on Tuesday, October 5th at 7 p.m. at Kezar Pavilion. And football will be played Friday, October 8th at 7 p.m. at Kezar Stadium. Tickets for both games will be sold digitally, so keep an eye out for a Schoology post later this week on how you can purchase your tickets.
Now for today's intramural volleyball games. For the upper division, we have 82-0 versus Kobe Kids, Los Causes versus Diggy, and 0-10 versus Fire.
And in the lower division, Nice Try versus Solo Knights, Devon and Others versus Holy Founders.
October is Dwarfism Awareness Month, and SHC Live's very own Anthony Rail sat down with Miss Markrider to learn a little bit more about why this month is so important.
Hello, SHC Live. My name is Anthony Rail, class of 24, and this is Jessica Markrider. Today, we're going to be bringing awareness to dwarfism. So what is Dwarfism Awareness Month?
Thank you, Anthony. I'm so glad you asked. So Dwarfism Awareness Month, it occurs during the month of October, and it's a time where you can educate, bring awareness, and just kind of really get to be a part of, the community.
Now, what is the most common type of dwarfism?
So dwarfism, also known as skeletal dysplasia, there are over 200 different types of dwarfism. The more common form is achondroplasia. That's what I have. So what that means is our torsos are of normal average height, and then our limbs are shorter. So our arms and our legs are shorter and kind of not as proportionate to our bodies.
Is there a proper terminology for those with dwarfism?
Yes. So you can say someone of short stature, a little person, or LP is another term that we use. Also, saying dwarf is okay to use, and so those would be good terms.
Are there any words that should not be used at all?
Yes. So words that are demeaning to our stature, as well as the term midget, and so that term comes about with a lot of history back in the circus era. Those of short stature, those with dwarfism, were seen as props and gimmicks, and so that's where that term came about. But now in this generation, it's really seen as a derogatory word.
Now, when I see another little person, what should I do?
So treat them like you would treat anybody else. I call it the kind of part of the golden rule, do unto others as you want to do unto them. So treat them like you would your friends, your siblings, your family members. Don't point out the fact that they have a disability or any kind of disadvantage. Treat them like you would your classmates.
Now, what shouldn't you do when you see them?
So again, kind of bringing up anything that relates to size. Small jokes, they aren't that funny. Also, don't, and I know these things may sound a little bit silly, but they've been done. Don't talk to them as though they're children. Whether it would be adults or high school students, treat us as such. Don't pat us on the head when you come to see us. We're not cute. So please don't do that, along with picking us up. Again, it all kind of refers to you see someone of shorter stature, so you assume that they're a child, and so try not to make that assumption when seeing another little person.
Thank you so much for your time. This has been Jessica and Anthony bringing you awareness to dwarfism. Have a good one, SHC Live.
Thank you, Anthony and Ms. Markrider. For more information on dwarfism, visit the Little People America website. Link is in the description. Now here's Catalina Flores and Mariana Ramos with a message from our LatinX Unidos CCC.
Hello, SHC. Happy LatinX Heritage Month.
Feliz mes de la herencia latina.
I'm Catalina Flores, the president of LatinX Unidos.
And I'm Mariana Ramos, the vice president of LatinX Unidos.
This month is all about celebrating our Latinx identity and culture.
Next are some words from our members describing their Latinx identity.
Honor.
Empowering.
Important.
Resilient.
Happiness.
Unity.
Connected.
Vibrant.
United. Thank you. Gracias.
Catalina and Mariana. Now let's see what's coming up this week from the Emerald.
I'm Kylie Hansen, a writer for the Emerald. This year, we asked students a number of questions. Turns out they have questions too. Today, they put Mr. Sazo on the spot.
Mr. Sazo, what was the worst thing you got in trouble for when you were in high school?
Ooh, worst thing I got in trouble for in high school? My senior year, I got a horrible technical foul in a playoff basketball game, so I got in a lot of trouble for that.
Hey, Mr. Sazo, does SHC football rule?
No, Mr. Murphy, SHC football does not rule. You need to know and remember that it's Mr. Sazo and Miss Nostari rule.
Hey, Mr. Sazo, what's your favorite food from the cafeteria?
Every once in a while, they'll make an awesome pozole, so keep your eye out for that. It's delicious.
Mr. Sazo, what fashion trend do you regret participating in?
Ooh, I was a child of the 80s, so I think at some point I probably had some horrible looking acid wash jeans in my collection.
What's the best advice you ever heard, Mr. Sazo?
Best advice I ever got was from Brother Antonio here at Sacred Heart Cathedral. It was my first day in the job as dean, and he came in and he told me, and he sat me down, and he goes, you need to be tough, you need to be, don't take anything from any of these kids, you need to make sure they respect you all the time, and have a little bit of mercy.
Watch for more questions like these on future episodes. You can also check out the Emerald website for new articles up this week. For the Emeralds and SHC Live, I'm Kylie Hansen.
Thank you, Kylie and Mr. Sazo. Stay tuned for more updates from the Emerald. That's all for this week. I'm Eva O'Donnell.
And I'm Roshan Gaffney.
And we'll see you next week. Have a great rest of your day.
And live Jesus in our hearts
Forever.